everybody, it's Lynnea for ThermOWeb, and this is our Gracielle Designs collaboration week. So she has a little online shop with some fabulous digital stamps. They are seriously amazing. And I'm going to be honest, I was a longtime hater of digital stamps. I had a bunch of bad experiences with them. Trying to resize them was an issue, and then they were either always too big or too small. They would get fuzzy for me. I didn't have a single one of those problems with the Gracielle Designs digital stamps. This little donut here, I resized to 4 different sizes, and this is one of the middle sizes. And the lines are just as crisp on the huge one as they are on this one and as they are on like a teeny tiny little donut. These designs are such fabulous high quality, and the images are so cute. I loved this donut. I love that the images have this sketchy look to them. It's so unique, and I just fell in love with these. So I actually am going to be using digital stamps from 3 different stamp sets. I am using this one right here. This mug is from Stay Cozy, and actually this mug also has a little tea bag, but I completely forgot to color it and add it to my card. But if you guys get this digital stamp set, definitely color up that little tea bag. It is adorable. So that donut you saw me color is from the Coffee Lovers digital stamp set, and there's also a tall mug that I'm going to be coloring coming up here in just a minute or two, and that one is from the Coffee Lovers digital set too, and I love this mug. You're going to see it here in just a second. It is one of my favorite images that I colored, that one on the right. The mug is so cute, and the whipped cream just looks so delicious. So I also used, you see that little I'm not a coffee drinker, so I think it's like an iced coffee drink. That's how I colored it with the little pumpkin. That is from the Fall in Coffee digital stamp set, and also the sentiment that I'm going to use on every single one of my cards today is from the Fall in Coffee stamp. So I'm just going ahead and coloring in all of these images with my alcohol markers. And you're going to notice here, as I color, I'm coloring right over the lines, and I'm actually going to be foiling these because I don't own a printer. So I had no problem opening up these images in a Word document, altering them, resizing them, and then I sent them off to Staples to have them printed, and they have laser printers. So you can foil with things that are printed on a laser printer. So that was my idea for this, and I did a lot of experimenting because, like I said, I had only used digital stamps a handful of times. So I colored and experimented a lot with these images before turning on my camera because I wanted to be sure that I could do what I wanted to do. So I colored right over like all those little sprinkles on the donut, those little polka dots on the coffee mug here, and it's still going to pick up the foil beautifully. In fact, I did find that it's better to color first. Even if you're coloring over the printed parts of the image, color first and then add your foil versus foiling and then coloring. I still got good results foiling first and then coloring. I even colored right over the lines with my alcohol markers, but it did kind of dull the shine just a little bit. Not enough to really matter, but a little bit. Okay, so here's where I'm going to be doing all my foiling. I trimmed out all my images, and now I'm just cutting little pieces of gold foil from ThermOWeb and Deco Foil, just big enough to cover my images. You know, you don't want to waste your pretty supplies. So that's why I trimmed down my images so they would be small, so I would know just how much foil to use. I'm also going to be foiling my sentiments here, and all I have here is just a piece of parchment paper. It's cut to probably about 12 inches by 6 inches or so, and then I just folded it in half, and that's what I'm going to run as my carrier sheet through my laminator. I do have my laminator turned on, and I had it heat up for about 20 minutes after the ready light came on, and I'm using the 5 mil setting. And check out that foiling, so pretty. Here are all my images. I did them all with the gold Deco Foil. I just think gold is gorgeous for fall cards. And you can see here, like, the little spots on the coffee cup. I'm trying to get them to pick up, but you can see it here. Even though I colored over it, and the lines on the pumpkin, I colored completely over that with my alcohol markers, and the toner from the printer still picked up the foiling. Absolutely perfect. I loved the results. So I have a leaf stencil, and I'm just going to be spraying the back of it with my Pixie spray. I am going to be doing a few different backgrounds with a few different products from ThermOWeb. I'm sorry my camera got a little bit fuzzy here. It will fix itself in just a second. So I sprayed the back of that stencil with some Pixie spray, like I said, and now I'm going to be using my stencil pal along with some pure gold Deco Foil Metallics gel. And I'm just scraping that over my stencil, and then I'll set that aside to dry. I use this same stencil to with some transfer gel, Deco Foil Transfer Gel, and then I ran that through my laminator with turquoise foil to have that turquoisey background. I love using turquoise for fall cards. And then I also did the same thing, mixing some gold and turquoisey glitz glitter gel from Gina K Designs, and that one's this one here. And I just kind of I used a palette knife for this, not my stencil palette, and I just kind of put on some gold here, some turquoisey there, and then I did use my stencil palette at the very end just to scrape off all the excess, and I loved how those colors mixed together. Perfect for fall. I love incorporating some blue and some aqua colors into my fall cards. I'm using some iCraft Ultra Bond liquid adhesive to adhere my backgrounds to some card bases, and I trimmed them down so there would be a slight white border around for my card base. Once I have all three of those backgrounds on my card bases, I'm going to be using some iCraft 3D foam squares to adhere my images. I love these foam squares because they are super dimensional. Sometimes I buy foam squares and they don't give enough lift. I love these iCraft ones because they are probably double what other competitors have, and I love having lots of dimension. This way I don't have to double up on my foam squares. I can just use the one. Since I am going to be adding these images onto textured backgrounds with the glitch gel and the foiling and the metallics gel, I am going to peel off the backer from those iCraft 3D foam squares and add some iCraft Ultra Bond liquid adhesive to the back of all of those foam squares. That way I have that dimension from the foam, but I have the security and I know that it's going to hold because of that iCraft Ultra Bond liquid adhesive. Here's a look at all three of my cards. This one has the glitz glitter gel background. Then we're going to move on to the turquoise Deco foiled background, and then last but not least, my favorite is the pure gold metallics background. I'd love to know which one is your favorite. Leave a comment in the video description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!